Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to shoot a quick how-to video for you here. I know there's a lot of guys out there who really want bikes, but they think they just can't afford it or that it's not in the budget. And I've been buying bikes for a long time. I've bought a lot of bikes. So here's my quick video, 5 easy tips on how you can get yourself on a new bike. Here you go, let's ride. What's up, guys? The first step that you want to take is to pick a dealership. And the way that you pick a dealership, there's two different kinds. There is a dealership that sells a few bikes and they maximize their profits on every bike that they sell. They're going to sell their bikes for, if you go, and this is another thing you want to do, you want to go and look up online whatever manufacturer's bike you're looking at and find the retail price for it. The dealership I'm talking about is going to sell it for full retail, and then they're going to charge you an additional setup and destination fee for $400 or $500 more. The other type of bike shop is a bike shop that makes their living off of volume, and that's really the kind of bike shop that you want to look for. You want a bike shop that's pumping out the volume, selling as many bikes as they can, and they're going to be cheaper. If you find a good shop like this, you're actually going to be looking at the bikes are going to cost a brand new, same model year, you're going to be looking at $1,000 under that retail price. Whereas if you go to the other dealership, you're looking at, they're going to charge you full retail, plus they're going to charge you that destination fee for a couple hundred more dollars. The second thing, once you find your dealership, and don't be fooled, you know, I've seen a lot of guys get really bad deals and they're like, man, these guys were so nice to me. The problem is that the guys in the shops that sell the lower volume, they are nicer to you, and they do help you out more because they're not selling as many bikes. If you want help, go to the bike shop that's selling the volume. Take a day off during the week. That way they'll have more time to work with. You don't go in there on a Saturday to a bike shop that's pumping out a lot of volume and expect them to have a lot of time to deal with you and, you know, sit down and talk to you. The second thing is rebates and leftover bikes. Okay? I like to buy my bikes that are 1 year leftover. You know, you go 2 years and you're getting into a bike where you're paying on it too long and it's not going to be worth what you want. I mean, if you want to go with something like that, if you're planning on keeping the bike and never trading it in, then that might be a good option for you. But I like to stay with like 1 year, and then you can usually, they come out with rebates on these bikes. And the best time of year, I mean, you can buy a bike any time of year, but in the colder months seems to be more of when they come out with these rebates on the sport bikes. And then if you're a year out, you're going to this dealership, you're already getting $1,000 off, then they come out with the rebate for another $1,000 off. Right there, you're $2,000 off. I think I paid, I'm not sure what retail was on this bike, but I'm pretty sure I paid no more than $85 for it, and I think retail was $10.5. But I did buy it a year off. Here's the other thing, your loans. Number 3 is your loans. The best thing to do with the loan to get your bike and get it the way you want it is to go ahead and if it's possible, you get these rebates, and a lot of the bike dealerships will have promotions where they do 0% financing for 6 months. Okay, here's another good tip for you. Go ahead and get that 0% financing for 6 months. Now you want to make sure you got enough credit, you got good enough credit that you can go ahead and get a loan after the 6 months. Because when the 6 months is up, you're going to get high interest on that credit card from whatever manufacturer you get. So you want to switch it over to a bank loan. But in the 6 months, let's say I take 6 months, I don't have no interest that I'm paying on my bike. So in the 6 months, let's say I put $150 down. That's $900 off of your bike. So now you're almost $3,000 you're almost $3,000 below what the full retail is within the first 6 months. And if you buy it in the wintertime, that's before riding season even starts. So what your goal here is to get the bike down as low as possible before you get that bank loan. Because you're going to go into the bank and say, look, I got a $10,000 bike, but I only need to borrow $7,000 for it. And they're going to be way more apt to work with you when you're already down to $7,000 than what they are if you buy a bike for the full retail. The next thing that you want to look at is insurance. All right, and there's a couple. Here's the thing with insurance companies: don't go get insurance with the company that you have your car through. I mean, that may be a good company, but there's certain companies out there that are way better for bikes than other ones. You may have one that you have your car through that's a good pay for your car, and they may charge $200 for your bike, whereas you may call another company that you don't have your car with, and they may only charge $50 for your bike. So definitely look around for your insurance, and I don't want to name names, but a good one, if you watch TV and you watch commercials, there are certain companies that advertise bikes in their commercials, and those are some of the better companies to go with. You're also going to want to look at, and I know a lot of guys love the full-bred sport bikes. Guys love full-bred sport bikes, and I do too. But the thing with them is they are the most expensive bikes that you can get your insurance on. What you want to do is just go into your dealership and take down a couple different VIN numbers. Pick out like 3 bikes that you really like, and take down 3 different VIN numbers and get them when you call, and they'll do this for you. Just get them to give you a quote on all of these different VIN numbers, and you'll be able to see, you know, and I can tell you a bike without a fairing is a good bit cheaper than a bike with a fairing. You can also get your insurance if you go through the manufacturers. A lot of them, what I've heard is if you go through the manufacturers to get the bike and you keep it on the credit card, you can actually get your insurance without full coverage, but I don't suggest that. Especially if you're paying $10,000 for a bike. I mean, it's just a way to financially screw yourself really bad and end up with a big payment and no bike. I don't suggest it. I suggest doing it the way I said, getting the bike at a lower price and going with full coverage insurance. Next up, guys, when you go to get your loan at the bank, you're already going to have had 6 months that you've paid on the credit card from the manufacturer. So what you want to do is you go to the bank, you still have a brand new bike. So you're the first owner, it's brand new, it's still the same, you know, it's a brand new model year. So what you want to ask for is you want to ask to push that loan out as far as possible. Now I know some guys are like, you shouldn't do that, but I'm telling guys, that's my 5 tips on how to afford yourself a new motorcycle. That's how I've been doing it. Hope it helps you out, and tune in next time. We'll see you later.